Motivational Monday, Motivational Monday. And I'm gonna give a cheer to Motivational Monday, Motivational Monday. And I'm so glad you're here. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to the family. And of course, welcome to another Motivational Monday, where we take a random quote, explore it for many opportunities in order to continue to fulfill our positive goals for the rest of the week. So I'm so glad that you are here today, and yeah, I think we should kind of just get right on into it. Let's go ahead and explore our featured quote for the week. I am thankful for my struggle, because without it, I wouldn't have stumbled across my strength. You know, it's a funny thing about struggle. And in full transparency, I'm going to share a little bit about how my week went last week, because I do hope that yours was blessed and that you were able to accomplish all the goals that you were trying to achieve for last week. And I hope it was definitely a prosperous one for you in all the ways that you need it to be. I'll say for myself, it started off with a bang, boy. I mean, I was in there. I was all ready to go. I had everything laid out for the week, as I mostly times do. And I was just so excited about all the different things that I needed to take care of for the week to, kind of reach those goals just like anybody else, right? We all got our own objectives and goals and things that we want to see happen for ourselves. So, I'm just going on about my busy time. And, I was doing pretty good all the way through the week, to be honest with you. And then Friday hit, and the earlier part of Friday was so inspiring and such a great time. And I just had a wonderful, wonderful Friday morning. And yeah, I was all the way good until I think it was like late afternoon Friday. Yeah, it's almost like I hit a wall. And sometimes when you hit that wall, it creeps in a feeling just a little bit defeated at times when you are trying to kind of put things together for yourselves, and you're looking at your expectations of things that you want to do. And look, no one is immune to feeling like that, right? This is why I talk about motivation and how it doesn't really have to equate a feeling, it just needs an action. And boy, was I pulling out all of that material into my head and running it over and over again like a movie, because it was just so amazing how you could be on such a great up, and then, a moment hits, maybe a little bit of fatigue set in there, not really sure, but definitely I think a lot of the things that I am working on and have been working on for quite some time, just, I don't know, my body just said, you know what, I think it's time to take a break, So Friday morning was really the peak. I mean, that was like, okay, that's your crescendo moment, and now we're going to go ahead and take a break. So, it's interesting when you talk about struggle and what it means to struggle through, continually going through the things that you need to go through, even though you may not always see how it's going to pan out or don't really know quite how it's going to pan out. You have that belief system, and I'm a firm believer in faith. I'm a firm believer, and sometimes, things are put in place and in motion, and you have to just continue to do the action of it and believe that it's going to happen, even if you can't fully see it, right? So, sometimes we do have our moments of just kind of, I want to just make sure, let me do a sanity check, let me make sure that I really am doing the steps that I feel like I'm supposed to be doing, that I feel like I'm called to be doing. But the struggle is real. The struggle was real, and the struggle was real last Friday afternoon, to the point where I just kind of just said, for all the things I need to do from a certain point on, it just wasn't going to happen. Yeah, so there we were. And then of course you start feeling upset about that, you start feeling a little bit like, oh man, now I'm going to be backed up even more. And then, it just comes this vicious cycle. So yeah, the struggle was really real. But I am excited for this week. I'm excited for, really taking a moment to really dig into the concept of taking a break and not quitting, because it was starting to feel a little bit like that. But I want you to know that, hey, look, when you are living a lifestyle enriched by motivation, inspiration, and mentorship, it is a journey, action-taking system that is every day, that you do a little bit of something to make sure that you are falling in line with that concept. We all have intended happiness, and it's just going to take work, right? So, but I just want you to know, look, we are all in this together. I mean, because we really are. Sometimes we have good days, sometimes we not have such great days. Sometimes you can have good days, and then all of a sudden something just happens, a thought passes your mind, and it just can kind of set you off the course for the rest of the day, and you may not even understand why that happened. So I think at that moment it was definitely a time for grace, and just kind of maybe just stop for a second. Maybe that's something else telling you that you need to just take a moment, take a beat. It's okay, and you'll resume, because I think that if you sometimes keep hitting so far to the wall, yeah, that may get you to say, you know what, just forget it. And then you're missing out on an opportunity of a lifetime possibly, or missing out on that situation that you're trying to achieve working out, and it just being right around the corner, right? So here we are, Motivational Monday again. And honestly, I didn't think I was going to start off today this way, but it is what it is, right? We all are in this together. We all need each other in this thing called life, and yeah, but we're going to keep on trucking, because if nothing else, as I say, it's not always about anything else other than the giddy up, right? It's not about the fall down, it's about the giddy up. And so we are getting it up. So yeah, I think that with that, let's go ahead and explore more about today's featured quote. So we're going to be talking about struggle, and how struggle encompasses wisdom and teachings. So we're going to first start off with wisdom. And in my opinion, wisdom equals decision making. A resulting factor of struggle is it can form an armor of wisdom around you. You see, you tend to make better decisions, more effective decisions, as you lend yourself to the understanding of what works and doesn't work for you. Which then leads us into teachings, which in my opinion, teachings equal taking notice. Struggle can be a teacher like no other phenomenon, as it can be a bridge to what makes you take notice of change, desired, and needed. One thing that I've embraced about struggle is that it allows for the appreciation of our journey. It allows for us to grow and evolve into a better version of ourselves. And I don't think that's something we should take too lightly. As you see, growth is a part of life. And without it, you are missing out on all the opportunities of intended happiness. Also, a pivotal chain reaction that occurs from struggle is the emergence of strength. Strength of character, strength of resolve, strength of resilience. So, with that, why don't we go ahead and take one last look at today's featured quote. I'm thankful for my struggle, because without it, I would have stumbled across my strength. Therefore, be thankful for the journey and grateful for the growth into prosperity. Well, everyone, I think that about does it for today's Motivational Monday. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you really took something from the exploration of today's feature quote and been able to recognize our own strength through our struggles, and looking at how those things matter and how the results can be fitting for our intended happiness. As I say, struggle doesn't last always. So yeah, with that, if you are new here, I do hope that you will subscribe and be a part of the family. And for those of you who have been along this ride with me here at Motivation Suite, I thank you so much for your listening and viewing support. And so with that, I think I'm going to bid you adieu. But I do hope that you have a blessed rest of your week. And yeah, until next time, bye.